All right, Chad. One of the biggest questions we've been having from investors is like about the backstory. A lot of investors have like asked like, this seems too good to be true. Like, how'd you get this deal for this price? What's more of the story involved? I'll give a quick high level here. Obviously, we have Chad Olsen here today, Director of Acquisitions with Focus Capital. But this took over a year to come to fruition. You know, we offered this deal three times. It came to market three times as well, different brokerage firms, and we feel like it's a mixture of the deal just had a shrinking buyer pool over this time, kind of maybe a tainted feel from seeing it several times. The deal had some issues initially with occupancy issues, a year ago, and now we've got this opportunity because of our reputation and our relationship with the broker to really take on an awesome deal for our investors. So, Chad, give us some more of the backstory here on how this thing happened.
Yeah, so it started out last year in spring about this time, where it was like marketed between this and another one with a different brokerage than the one that we're signed up with now. And even before that, as you said, they had been out there kind of off market shopping it around at a various pricing, and it just didn't get picked up. They received several offers that I think were 10, 15, 20,000 a unit off of their pricing guidance, which is still higher than what we're getting it done at today, and they probably should have taken it but decided not to. At the time, it was not occupied, so it wasn't going to be able to get agency financing because agency financing needs to be stabilized over 90% and trending that way. And so it just went off market. And then later that year in the fall, a brokerage that we have a really strong relationship with and have done several deals came back around to us and said, hey, listen, we're taking it out. I was like, we were off last time. We're probably off again. It's probably not for us. And they're like, you should take a look. I was like, okay, I'll look. And that was still the same story. And then probably a week or two before they had their technical call for offers, they said that they had brought down guidance to around 160 a unit or so. And I was like, all right, that's getting a lot closer to what I think I can get done. And I underwrote it, and we put in an offer at the call for offers date. And that kicked it off, and that was October, November of last year, and that was when we fully got into the property and started this process. We ended up going back and forth, got into best and final, got to the last two groups, and we got beat.
Yeah, I was so bummed, man.
Came in over top of us, 2 weeks before Christmas, and we thought we lost it, thought it was gone. Come January, end of January, they decided to retrade that deal. And
the first buyer did. They tried to get a discount.
First buyer did.
Yeah.
And we were able to get a little bit more of a discount, even more because we were far off that 160 guidance, obviously ending up at 146, and got a little bit more of a discount and better terms than what we had originally offered. And we got it signed up, and by March, we were fully signed up and executed PSA, accepted LOI in the end of January. So it's been a long process. But the story is that with multiple brokerages, groups seeing it over and over again, didn't really seem like it changed. This brokerage really did a lot for the seller and worked with them to get it occupied so that it could be set up for agency financing. And they filled that with concessions in the months of October and November, but were smart enough to let those burn off quickly. So to not impact that rent roll in the long term. And it was a really solid move to get it there. So, but that in the same way probably scared away some people in that transitionary period. But it was a benefit to us that allowed us to get it at this kind of right bottom of the market, bottom of the moment, where we could get it for this kind of rate. And cap rate, which is outside of the norm for a lot of new vintage deals in the market and across the country.
Yeah, I mean, when you get a deal this good, this low of a price, the deals don't fall in your lap, obviously, because everyone else will be buying it a year ago, and they don't come without hair on them, right? There's going to be something with a deal that's just a little complex, or that's got challenges, or maybe operational inefficiencies. There's always something, and we've experienced. Yeah, there's some clunkiness here at the deal, but the good thing is the bones are great. It's been built very well. It's in a great market, and we can get in for a low price per door. Everything else can be fixed. You can fix operations, and now we're going to have a third-party PM company in there, probably us in the future eventually, managing to sell in-house, and we can fix all that stuff. But when the most important thing here is like going into a great market, a great asset, and a great price per door, we had those three things covered, and now we can fix the rest. So Yeah, thanks a lot for your discussion on that, Chad, as well. If you guys have questions at all on this opportunity, go to invest-heritage.com. You can go on there and get the deck download. You can book a call with me, and I'll see you there.